Hey guys, my name is Michael Serafino. I'm a sophomore at Alfreda High School and I play the clarinet. So the clarinet is part of the woodwind family, and in order to produce that unique clarinet sound, you need to use something called a reed. So there's many different thickness levels of a reed. When you first start playing, you're probably going to use a thinner level like a 2 or a 2.5. And as you get more advanced and serious, you're probably going to want to change to a thicker reed like a 3 or a 3.5 to get better tone quality and like stability in your playing. So a quick fun fact about clarinets is that there's so many different types. Like the one you probably have is a B-flat clarinet, but there's also an E-flat clarinet, an A clarinet, a bass clarinet, a contrabass clarinet, an alto clarinet. I could think of so many. Rather than having valves on your instrument, we have things called keys or open note keys. So when you're playing, you want to make sure you fully cover every key. If you don't fully cover it and you do something like this, when you play, you're probably going to squeak, and it's going to sound really obnoxious and loud. So one reason why I love to play the clarinet is because of its wide range of notes. Like, I can play notes as high as the flute can, and I can also play notes as low as like the trombone can. So another reason why I love to play the clarinet is because ever since I was little, my parents were constantly playing the music of a famous clarinetist named Benny Goodman around the house. And hearing him play really encouraged me to start playing because I really wanted to sound as good as he did. So let's talk about assembling the clarinet now. So when I'm assembling my clarinet, the first thing that I'm doing is I'm putting my reed in my mouth for the entire time that I take to set up my clarinet. So after that, you want to take your mouthpiece and take your barrel and connect the smaller end of the barrel to the bottom of the mouthpiece. And you do this by twisting. You don't smash it together because that would damage your clarinet. After that, you take your upper joint and you want to connect the upper end of it to the bottom of the barrel. Again, twisting. So when you do it this time, you want to make sure that this key right here perfectly aligns with the reed markings. So you want to make a straight line like this. And after that, you take your lower joint and you connect the top of it to the bottom of the upper joint. And when you do that, you want to make sure that all of your keys perfectly align and make like a straight line. And you also want to make sure that you're not being too aggressive with these side keys. And lastly, you want to take your bell and just twist it together with the bottom of the joint. So now you have a fully constructed clarinet. Lastly, if you are using a clarinet that you've never used before, you want to use what's called cork grease. It basically looks like chapstick, and what you do is you apply it to the cork on your clarinet. Like this is the cork. So you rub it around the edges of your cork, and you then take a finger and you like spread the cork around. So basically what you're doing is making your cork greasy. So when you're twisting any certain segments together, it's really smooth and easy to do. So if you're using a clarinet, again, that you've never used before, you want to do this for a good 2 weeks every single time you put your clarinet together. And this will really break your clarinet in and make sure that you're having a smooth connecting of pieces. So after that, one more thing is that you want to use your swab every time you're done playing your clarinet. And what you do is you take the end of the swab and you connect it through the bottom of the clarinet, like this. And then you let the string go through, like this. And then you want to make sure that your mouthpiece isn't on the clarinet, so that you can get it through like this, and you can pull that swab through the clarinet. Bringing it from bottom to top is the way to do it because all your spit is going that way anyway, so pulling it back up makes it easier to get all the saliva out to prevent any mold from growing. So I usually do it twice, like this, and then my clarinet's all good to go. I can take it apart and put it back in my case. Now I'm going to be playing for you guys an excerpt from Capricio Español.